coffee, son. Get in here then. Put the mic down. Put the mic down. Look in these eyes. Look in these eyes.
Let's have a look. Welcome to part 2. Let's have a look. Spencer Fearon's, I saw Spencer Fearon's interview on IFL earlier. Him and Don Charles, they're going to get a lot of stick for not pulling Derek Chisora out earlier. I can understand why they didn't do it, because it's the heavyweight championship of the world, isn't it? It's the greatest prize in sport. Tyson Fury is obviously, everybody says he's the main man in the division, it's him or Usyk, but Don Charles didn't pull him out. Spencer said it's because he knew he's fighter, and he said it's very difficult and blah 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 and all that. Well look, this is how I look at it. Spencer Fearon and Don Charles are on the ring apron. They're closer to the action than we are watching on the TV, aren't they? Now, I understand that it only takes one punch to knock somebody out, blah blah blah. And yeah, they did it against Takam, but Takam were an old man and he was way past his best, and Takam had won every second of every minute of every round against Chisora up to then. And Derek pulled that punch from the gods, but we can't keep putting Derek Chisora in these tough fights and saying, well, it only takes one punch and Derek's durable. He should have been pulled out earlier. They went for gold, didn't they, hoping for that one little chance. And people are saying, why didn't he pull him out, and he should have pulled him out sooner. Look, my opinion is this, Gary, I don't know what yours is. They were going to put him in the fight anyway, so they didn't really care for his health, because we all know that he's 40 next year and he's got a lot of miles on the clock. So they didn't care for his health, so why are they saying he should have been pulled out earlier? You know, the critics, he shouldn't have been in there in the first place. What's your take on it?
Well, I do believe in boxing one punch. You know, I mean, it's like White and Chisora, isn't it?
Yeah.
Opposite way round, isn't it? White pulled one out against Chisora in that.
Yeah, he did, yeah. He did, yeah. So do you think that's why we left him in open for that one punch?
Yeah, well, there's always a puncher's chance, isn't there?
What about the damage that he took in the fight? Do you think that he'll come back to haunt him in later years?
I think Derek should, he's just had his last payday there, he should retire gracefully and enjoy life.
What do you think about Spencer Fearon, and obviously the rumours doing rounds in boxing circles that Derek would like a fight with White, a trilogy, or a send-off with Dave Allen at the O2? What do you think to that?
I think that was his send-off.
That was his send-off against Fury, yeah.
Yeah, of course it was. I mean, you can go too far, but unless he's doing it because he still needs money or he's got debts, why risk it out any further now?
Yeah. Do you think that's a fairer fight, him against Dave Allen than Chisora Fury?
More evenly matched?
Yeah.
Well, without a doubt. I mean,
yeah.
oh, come on. That was a training session for Tyson, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
alright.
You could just see the golfing class difference there.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if they
but
do.
everybody said that though, you said it was, but at the end of the day, Tyson needed to run out, didn't he? So
yeah.
It was a fair play, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean...
And what's wrong with it if they are pals?
I mean, Spencer Fearon coming out with, yeah, but Joe Lewis in 19 whatever, nearly 100 years ago, he were fighting guys like Chisora and that. Yeah, but Joe Lewis weren't getting this kind of money that these are getting and exposure, and he were fighting regular Tyson fights once.
Well, that's the same
with once or twice a year, doesn't he? Or?
That's the same with football, isn't it? When Keane and Scholes and all them, he thought they was getting incredible money. You know, but they've been superseded. Now the footballers are there getting double what they're getting.
Yeah.
That's just life, isn't it? It just moves on.
Yeah, yeah. Martin McCauley. He's an avoided fighter. He beat Yoka, the Olympic gold medalist from 2016 in Rio, the guy who beat Joe Joyce for the gold medal. He's beat him. He looks like he's parked up.
I've not seen him.
Martin McCauley, yeah, because nobody knows who he is, do they? I don't know. I know Billy McNelson advises him, managers him, whatever. But
so is he knocked over?
He beat Yoka, Tony Yoka, who beat Joe Joyce for the Olympic medal.
Really?
And Joe Joyce hasn't fought Yoka as a pro yet. But I want to know what's happening with Martin McCauley. I've seen him spar, saw him spar Huey before Huey went to fight Pulev. He cut Huey actually with 4 weeks to go in sparring. But I want to see Martin McCauley in a test. I'd like to see him fight Joe Joyce. I think Billy Nelson and McCauley would take that fight in a heartbeat.
I tell you what though, you've got to give credit to Tyson and what he's coming out with now, haven't you?
Well,
Usyk, if not Joe Joyce, they're the 2 fights everybody wants.
yeah, I think he'll
Got to
go
give him credit
Joyce.
for that.
I think they'll go Joyce.
Scared of no one, is he?
Pardon?
He's not scared of anyone.
Well, he shouldn't be, should he? 6'8", 19 stone plus.
Yeah, but come on, everyone's been giving a bit of crap out, haven't they, at how good Joe Joyce is.
Yeah.
Let's see how good Joe Joyce is if he fights Tyson. I mean,
Well,
I'm a Tyson fan as well.
Well, I know.
I won 400 quid. I've got the video to prove it in the picture. When he first fought Vladimir, yeah, I backed him 20 quid upon that and we got 400 back.
Well, Tyson against Joe Joyce is it'd just be target practice because I seen Tyson when he was at his heaviest.
Yeah.
Sparred Joe Joyce, I told you.
I think he'd pump up, but I mean, don't get me wrong, this Joe Joyce, what do you call him, the tank or what do they call him?
Juggernaut.
But that would be target practice for Tyson.
He couldn't get near Tyson and Tyson was 28 stone.
I reckon he'd retire Joe Joyce on his stool just like he retired Chisora in the second fight.
So I see Tyson taking the Joyce fight next and then Usyk.
No, I don't know.
I know if he fought Usyk and got beat, the Joyce fight would be
but Tyson is number one, wants to prove he's number one, and there's only one man. Even his missus said it. She said yesterday on one of IFLs, they asked her, and she said Usyk, because Tyson is the best, wants to be the best. And that clears it up then, doesn't it? There's not anyone else, alright. I know Joe Joyce is up and coming, but what is he, 35 years of age? Juggernaut, what, right, on to Tyson, wouldn't it? That'd be a mismatch.
Joe against Tyson is a mismatch. Like I said, I've seen him spar Joe when he was 28 stone and he just stood in the middle of the ring and Joe couldn't get near him.
Boxing's an hard game.
Very hard game.
How old is he, 38?
Yeah, Joe is, yeah.
I mean, he could get hurt against Tyson badly, couldn't he?
Could get damaged up. Conor Ben, has he been badly advised? We're by the Sims lot, Tony Sims, Charlie Sims, they seem to be advising him.
Conor Ben?
He's done a lot of things wrong, I think, in the last few months.
Yeah, but what's happening with the Sims and
Well, they advise him, don't they? And I just think that he's...
Why are they Sim?
Well, why hasn't he won a British title at £147? Why is he world ranked but not fighting world ranked guys at welterweight?
Well, Eddie's obviously out to get there, hasn't he?
Yeah, we understand that, but you can't have an high ranking and then be fighting guys that are way below that. Where's his British title? Look at Josh Kelly, they were building that fight up for a couple of years at welterweight, and Josh has ended up having to move up a weight and he's won a British title now, so he's like got the foundations for a springboard to go for big fights now. Yeah, so you've got to give Josh Kelly credit.
Well,
and Adam
he
Move.
was quite classy in doing that, wasn't he?
You got Josh Kelly? Yeah, him and Adam Move have took criticism
and
they've come back.
Adam Move, I do like him. What is it? What's your...
Go to Adam Move!
That's funny.
He's the best, the dark room.
Yeah.
Well, he were the best at one point, according to everybody on Twitter.
I've not seen that with your mate recently who does that as well with you. Is it Kent, is it?
Kent? Oh, Kent couldn't come out here, could he?
He's funny, Kent. I like him.
Should we have Kent out here next time?
Absolutely.
Yeah, Kent, you want a free holiday? Come out here and we'll do some videos there. We'll have a giggle. He's alright, Kent, isn't he? We know about Paul Butler fighting. Zach Parker, he quit against John Ryder, in my opinion.
I've not seen that fight.
Well, he's another one he's not gone.
That this week?
Yeah, he's just been on last week, wasn't it, John Ryder? He's not got
the. We've been here, or was it before?
No, it's about. I think it was just before, wasn't it? Before he got here. Zach Parker's another one that's ended up with an high ranking, but he's skipped all the domestic stuff. And I think fighters, managers, if they see something in a fighter and they know he'll get beat at British level, what they do, they swerve the British and domestic scene and they go for a ranking and they lobby him and they fight guys so they can win and that, and then they get found out when they step up. I had John Ryder to beat him anyway because he's more seasoned, isn't he? He's been in with everybody. You know, he's been in with the top guys in his era, John Ryder. Danny Jacobs has been in with him, he's been in with Billy Joe, he's been in with them all, hasn't he? So Zach Parker's not really been tested. And
Did
when
that
you
go
know,
the distance with Billy Joe with John Ryder?
go on, what?
Did that go the distance?
With Billy Joe, yeah, it did, yeah. It was a close fight actually. I had Billy Joe winning it by 1 round. But John Ryder's season, his comeback, and even though he's got, I think, 5 defeats on his record, he's mixed it at a higher level than Zach Parker. And I think they were rolling dice with that fight, Parker's team, when really they should have been fighting at domestic level. But if his management think he's going to get beat at domestic level, they've got to go for money, haven't they? So there's 2 sides to the coin, Gary, ain't there? A bit like with Conor Ben. Eddie knows he'll get found out at welterweight, so they've swerved the domestic scene because Chris Conger and McKinson and all those guys were waiting for Conor Ben. Yeah. He'll get beat, so we'll go world level and we'll create a lot of hype around him, then we'll go for a Eubank fight. We'll drag him down in weight and we'll pump Conor up, and look. That to me is good for promoters and the team around them that want to wring every penny they can out of the kid from sponsorship and hype and all this, but Conor Ben's not won anything yet, has he? And all we're talking about is Conor Ben. So they've done their job, Eddie and Conor's team, but the actual substance of how good the kid is, we still don't know, do we? We still don't know. Oh, that's what I wanted to mention. Why not anybody ever mention Dominic Ingle? I know I've given him stick because he's had 3 fighters on his watch fail dope tests, but you know, he's done well for Kell Brook and Galahad and Witter and that. These American trainers, they tend to have the monopoly, and people say go to him, you know, because he's Buddy McGirt and this and that and Sugar Hill and Robert Garcia, Roy Jones and that. Roy Jones has not done anything as a trainer. He was a fantastic fighter and he talks a good game. I know he's mates with Dennis and that, but what has Roy Jones done as a trainer yet? Nothing. Garcia, McGirt have done fantastic. Sugar Hill, he's getting his son out there, but take Tyson Fury off of Sugar Hill's rotor. What has Sugar Hill done?
Well, when you talk about good ones, you know, Dominic Ingle, he was a good one, wasn't he?
Yeah, well,
Mark Tibbs is a good one.
Mark Tibbs, yeah, he did well. He never got beat with Dylan White. He went 11-0. Dylan White left him, and now look what's happened to Dylan. It looks like he's heading for Skid Row. That's my opinion. I think we've seen the best of Dylan White now. I don't know what Buddy McGirt can teach him that Mark Tibbs couldn't teach him. I don't know. But I had him losing against Franklin the other night. Did you?
I've not seen it.
You're not seeing it? He always sits on fence.
I've not seen that. I don't remember seeing it.
You like that one, didn't you? Right, first of all, I just want to say thank you very much for liking and subscribing. It means a lot to me, because we're on this journey together, aren't we? So anybody got any ideas for the channel, fire them over to me, porkycorner@mail.com, all right? Shout out to Innovation Alloys and South Yorkshire Packaging, all right? Don't forget to subscribe, keep on trucking.